Welcome to this week's Monetizing Mompreneurs podcast episode, and I'm your host, Linda Mendible. I am a web designer, brand strategist, and coach for women entrepreneurs. Now, let's go straight into this episode. Like I said in my previous episode, this is unscripted. This is from the top of the dome and basically giving you the behind the scenes because it's something that I've wanted from other business owners and never received. You get what I'm saying?
Mompreneurs, it's not business, baby. It's business and babies. Whether you're rocking the carpool line, building your business during nap time, or dreaming big after bedtime, we've got the tools, tips, and strategies to help you grow your business. Grab a snack, your headphones, and enjoy this time with us because mom life and boss life deserve balance.
So, in the last episode, I talked about how I am transitioning from a one-to-one model, business model, to a one-to-many business model as a service provider, right? The reason why I launched my template shop, and I launched it a bit scrappy, mind you, is because it forced me to know that that's the direction that I wanted to go. So, you know how they say, do the things that your future self will thank you for. So, is there anything that you can do right now within your business that helps propel you forward on the direction you want to go that you can kind of do maybe a soft launch towards, right? So I did a soft launch towards my template shop. It has been one of the greatest things that I have done because people book my VIP days and they also purchase a template to go into their VIP days. So, which is wonderful. For whatever reason, when people look at past client sites, they don't really talk about past client sites. They talk more about kind of like the direction they want to go or even the things that are in my template shop. So boom, right there, just getting feedback from that. I already know template shop is going to be amazing because it's already amazing with the few templates I have on there. So the next step for me was to facilitate growth for the people that purchase their templates. That's one of the reasons why I have Monetizing Mompreneur Society, because one, it brings in community, and I want to help others grow. I am totally passionate about seeing people who are ridiculously talented in their craft actually make it profitable. And so that is where Monetizing Mompreneur Society is birthed from. Of course, there's more to it than that, but that's basically the passion behind it because I want to see people truly win. And so in there, what I've discovered in seeing where I fit as a web designer, seeing where I fit as a coach, because I do have coaching clients, I do have clients that I coach, and seeing where God wants to place me, because I always say in each episode, I want to make sure I'm within his will because I don't want to do things in my strength. But let's talk about actionable steps that you can take, because I noticed that I didn't do that in the last episode. I mainly talked about kind of like my behind the scenes, but in this one, I want to let you know that regardless if you want to stay inside the one-on-one, because I love serving web design clients. I don't see it going away anytime soon, but I am kind of like picking and choosing the projects that I do want to do just because I want to finish Monetizing Mompreneur Society. I want to make it more evergreen instead of having it launches because I know that building your foundation is going to be key in order for any business success. And the foundation comes with branding. It comes with developing things that you can scale. That's going to be your email marketing, right? Your courses, actionable steps. So where does bundles and summits fit within your own business? Number one, it's going to fit in bringing a volume of people onto your website and your services. It's going to increase your visibility, right? So you have to be mindful of that before stepping into it. So how I would have done things differently when doing a course. the thing that I would suggest is kind of like lay out the course that you want to create. And I think the course that you should create should be within like $197 or higher, and then have a lower mini course that leads up to the sale of that course that is $37 or below. Okay. And then having an order bump that just leads to the next best step in accomplishing that mini course and results. Okay. So you really have to lay out your funnel. And the reason why you want to do this is because if you're going to be utilizing bundles strategically to grow your business fast, you want to make a profit. And this is the thing, like I would love to do ads, right? But I don't know nothing about ads. I'll probably join some program about ads if that's, really the direction. Like I'm in a certain place, I'm making, a certain amount of money, and, I want to evergreen things. All right. Because what does ad do? It brings more visibility. What do bundles and summits do? Brings more visibility, but it's more about sweat equity than it is about paying to play. Does that make sense? So if you're laying out your funnel, because you're diversifying your income stream as an online business owner, right? As an expert in your field, and you're maxed out on one-to-one, because we can get there, right? You're maxed out on one-to-one. What is going to be their next best step to grow and to have kind of more of a capacity of having unlimited potential? That's what online business affords you. And so before you would even place that course that you've created in an ad, why not test it out in a bundle? You see what I'm saying? And so test out that funnel, test out that framework, test out those words, test out that sales page within a bundle, because you're automatically attracting those lookalike audiences, right? You're attracting them. If you know anything about ads, you create a lookalike audience, and you have to know who's your target demographic. You have to know their likes, their dislikes, and what they're interested in and all that in order to have really targeted ads. You're already performing that in bundles and summits because you're collaborating with people that have lookalike audiences with you. Are you jiving? So one of the things that I would recommend that you do that I wish I would have done is outline my funnel. Number one, what's going to be, and I'm not talking about something free. We're not thinking about free right now. We're talking about paid courses, digital products. And I would suggest, what is a digital product that I can create based off of maybe a signature course, or that, major course that you want to create? What is that digital product that is the downsell of that course? Then what can you do as an order bump for that course, right? And an order bump is something that people can add to the cart because, if you put it in a bundle, of course, you're offering instead of kind of like doing these beta testers, right? Instead of saying, hey, I'm about to launch a course, I'm looking for some beta tester. In order for you to do this course for free, I need a testimonials. Instead of doing that, or even having a low entry barrier, right? Like, oh, I'm doing a discount on this course for da 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 da. Instead of doing that, what you're doing is bringing in people to get to know you and your brand, because you're kind of getting your feet wet on the whole course creation, the whole like, how do you scale this? Because you don't want your course to sit there and collect digital dust. And that's what can happen. Okay. You can create something and nobody wants it. But that's what you think until you put it in a bundle and utilize a bundle very strategically to get eyes and sales on your items. Hope you're jiving. So if you want to diversify your income stream on an online business as an online business owner, then I suggest creating a mini course concept. Like, what do you want to be known for, right? What is it something, and just, just do the thing that answers your clients, your audience most pressing questions that they ask, even if one person asks. Answer that question. Lay out kind of like, okay, what would be that lead magnet? Because, you could do that. And I would suggest a challenge. Download my How to Launch a Challenge that's going to help you. I would suggest a lead magnet as a challenge, a workshop, or a boot camp. All right. Those do really, really well. Why reinvent the wheel, right? And so your perspective, your experiences are unique and are what your person needs from you, because you can easily put things together in a way that's tangible that they can understand and take action towards their own endeavors when coming into contact with you. In my last episode, I talk about that my goal is to eliminate the no's, right? I tell people all the time, especially when developing websites, stop making people jump through hoops to pay you. People need your item now, and some of y'all doing these long forms in order for you to book them on your calendar. You start mini, the longer form comes later when they're onboarded, okay? When it comes to that. But what you're doing is you're providing a journey and experience. So when it comes to your products and your services, and you have the mindset of like, okay, what would be that person's next step? First, you're going to be answering their, the most pressing question, Then you're going to go ahead and lay out like what would be that step 1, that step 2 in answering those questions. Okay? Then you want to like, what would be the next best thing? Would it be one-on-one services with you? There's another way to get people into your one-on-one services. Or is it going to get into your group coaching program, right? Like identify your CTAs, where you want people to go, identify your client journey. And I think a lot of us do not do that. And then when it comes to marketing, you don't know how to market because you don't even understand your customer's journey and the experience that they would desire from you, right? So understanding that is key. And the way that you can do that, of course, is with content. But in order for you to develop that content, you have to understand what you're selling. How can I sell Coca-Cola if I don't know the end goal is for people to buy Coca-Cola? What type of content am I going to create, right? Oh, get this drink. I don't know what type of drink it is. So I'm just like, get this drink and just put a placeholder there. No, you have to understand what you're selling in order for you to develop the content. Then when you understand what you're selling, when you understand your end goal, that's when you understand how to diversify your visibility. Because until you do that, you're not going to know how to show up on podcasts. You're not going to know how to show up on YouTube. You're not even going to know how to reel it up, girl. Understand your customer's journey. And I want you, as soon as you're done hearing this, block out an hour to 3 hours of time to really get clear. Grab my How to Launch a Challenge because it's meaty. It's going to help you. It's going to help you out as video training for each of those with workbooks to help get that out of your mind. Because for you to come in for Bundles and Summit, girl, you're going to have to know your customer's journey. And I'm going to be there once a month in Monetizing Mompreneur Society. Join the wait list or join if it's open because I'm putting in an evergreen to help you maximize your income streams with digital products and growing your business with bundles and virtual summits. You got to get in because, like I said, it's one of the quickest way to growth. And I've learned from dabbling with ads, because I know you're thinking, I'm going to create this product and then I'm just going to run ads to it. Imagine you create a product nobody wants. You had no market research. You didn't even outline your client journey. You don't understand, will this convert? You have no way of testing it unless you do an ad and you're throwing, what they say, throw $1,000 that first month on that ad. Boom, you just lost $1,000 of money. You lost more than that because you also lost your time. You're worrying, you're seeing the numbers, you're looking at it, you're refreshing just to see conversions. And then you're switching things in mid things. You don't even allow things to work because you don't even know if it would convert. So try it out in a bundle before you even start throwing out ads. Okay? Does that make sense? because that is one of the things I had to learn the hard way, that I'm giving it to you up front, girl. I'm giving it to you up front. Join me next week. I'm going to be here every week. And I cannot wait to see you in Monetizing Mompreneur Society, because I got more for you in there. So I'll see you next week.